So what is it?
Well, I guess it's Saturday, December 8th, 2018 at 12:28 and 43 seconds a.m. I know.
Okay, and it is some kind of session here, man.
Yeah.
Alright, so
Just do it.
alright, it's I mean
I'm
yeah, not it's I'm
not it's but I'm
Stop cracking me up.
I ain't trying to.
Well, it's working either way, man.
Alright, sorry, good. Just go ahead.
Don't be sorry.
Sorry.
Damn it.
We're never gonna kick the habit.
I know. Oh, jeez. This shit's getting old, I know, but it continues. The saga continues.
I know.
Okay.
So, announce us, or
Announce us. We are announcing. Okay, I know what you mean.
go ahead.
Okay, we're sorry, everyone. We've started this off on a pretty happy note, I guess. So that seems to be a good thing, right?
We got the giggles for some fucking reason. This may be the first thing we've ever started where we had the giggles right off the bat.
Yeah, and we didn't think it was going to start that way because well, like the song we're playing, which we'll describe in a minute, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Introduce us, damn it.
All right. Damn it. All right. So, it's now 12:30, almost 12:31 a.m. Saturday, December 8th, 2018. All right. So, I am Jamie Robin Richardson. And who are you, man?
I am Zon Martin Richardson. Who are we with?
We are with BeanZ LovE Richardson, our canine companion hero, our diamond in the rough. This whole reason we're still here in the first place, man.
Yes, because of beans, man.
Hell yeah. And we should announce that we are listening to a song by a band called Fuzz Knuckle, and it is a song called DeFeo, we think, is the name of it.
Yeah, we know that's the name of it. We're not sure we're saying it right.
Yeah, something like that, man. And why did we start this commentary or whatever it is bullshit session tonight, Son?
Well, it's because we were sitting here. We had some projects in the last week or two that we ended up finishing pretty much, and we just we still got things to do because it's the Christmas holiday season and all that shit. But as of right now, we just didn't have anything to do. Yeah. I mean, there's things that we've got done that we don't, they're done. There's things that we still have to do, but we can't do them yet because I don't know, just like things haven't come in yet, so we can't do them yet.
Yeah, and so we're just in a period right now of just like shit that we just had a blank period. We had some like things that we were thinking about doing, and I think we forgot them, and they didn't get recorded, so they're gone for now, right?
Yeah.
So and so we just sitting here, and even actually earlier. Hold on, I gotta hit the right fucking pause button here, Zon.
Oh yeah, not the QuickTime pause button, the iTunes pause button.
Yeah, exactly. So let's just let that stop. And there you go. Okay, so anyway, that was a song called DeFeo by a band called Fuzz Knuckle. That's a friend of ours, Matt Black, who we work with, who has a band. And anyway, this is not the plug session. This is just one of our
fucking bullshit sessions anyway. But we decided to play that song because, you know, like, as we said, we were sitting here, and even like an hour ago, we were sitting here and we thought, man, like, what do we do? We kind of thought we had some things that we needed to take care of, and then we forgot what the hell they were. So then we were sitting here.
Yeah, then we were sitting here going, all right, well, what do we do now? Well, we did sit here for a while trying to remember what those things were, and that was a fail, right?
Yeah.
So then, like you said, about an hour ago, this did cross our mind. Well, you know, shit, we want to get something done, but we could do a fucking bullshit session, right?
Yeah, but then we were like, I feel kind of too lazy to do it. Whatever. So we bypassed that idea, and then like an hour went by, and all of a sudden that idea came back, and that may have something to do with the beer count, right?
Yeah, the beer count is 5. Is it 5? Yeah.
Yeah. But we're on to 6.
Yeah. There's 5 empty beer cans in the sink right now. We just opened the 6th beer, I don't know, about 5 to 10 minutes ago here, and we only got a sip or two out of it. It's still pretty much full, which is positive, right?
Yeah, it's still mostly full, which, you know, that whole debate. Mostly full, or is it half full or half empty? I know we mentioned this before, but just for those of you tuning in, right?
Yeah, right.
We do both, man. Sometimes we say it's half full, sometimes we say it's half empty. So that whole thing is, I don't know, we kind of think it's bullshit.
Yeah, we do both, even though a lot of times we are kind of, I guess, negative. I don't know. To us, we just think we're being realistic and logical. We've had other people tell us that we're negative.
Yeah, but right, we think it's, I don't know. There's a whole debate, man. It's all chemistry and circumstance. It's all who you are, what you've experienced, what you've done to yourself, what your opinions are based on your environment, blah, 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 right?
Yeah, it's just everything that makes up the individual, I guess.
Yeah.
So, sip of beer, right?
Yeah, sip of beer, and the beer count, as you said, was, right, 5?
Yeah, 5. We got 5 in us, and this is 6 that we just opened, but we're going to have a few more sips of that, so by the time we're done with that, we're probably going to have about 5.5.
Yeah, we're probably going to down like half this beer just in this one sip. This one series of several sips or something.
Yeah, here we go.
And there you go, a little exhaust. We always have to exhaust a bit out to make room for the future next one or something.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay, so we were gonna bring up some, just like the reason why, like, we played that song by Fuzznuggle.
Yeah. First of all, Fuzznuggle was a band that had, like, right, this dude Matt Black, we know, he listens to a lot of, like, hardcore screaming, crazy shit like that, you know.
Yeah, but he's got his own band, and he's a guitar player, and he's got this one song that's called "The Feel Here." It's pretty damn mellow, and we actually love the song, man. We like keep playing it.
Yeah, and tonight, like as we mentioned earlier, and you know, we thought about it, and then we thought, fuck it, and then an hour later we thought, yeah, let's do a fucking talking session again, and
yeah, sorry that was so dramatic. Yeah.
This shit's hilarious.
Thank goodness for that, and Chef Boyardee.
We're fucked up.
It's a good time. We're in a good realm for doing this right now. Like, we got a good buzz going, and we're making very little sense, so hopefully this will be a little more entertaining.
Yeah, and we don't mean to be try to ask people to please find us entertaining or something.
Yeah, so oh, come on, please. Well, I mean, this whole job is dig me, right?
Yeah, it's true. Like George Carlin said, this whole thing is, hey, dig me, or in this case, dig us, I guess. Or, you know.
Or we guess.
Yeah.
Okay, but so let's get back to what we want to say really quickly here before that's forgotten, and then maybe we can move on to something else at that point in time.
Yeah.
So, finally we had, like, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes ago decided to let's do a bullshit session, right?
Yeah.
But at the time, we were kind of like, I don't know, maybe in a little bit, not like majorly, but maybe slightly in a little bit of a down mood. Like, let's do kind of a down session, which we do have things to bring up, right?
Yeah.
About Beans.
Oh, yeah, no shit.
And what happened in the last couple days. And so that, I guess that, when we get into that is, I don't know. It's not like totally sad, but it's a little bit maybe.
Yeah.
We got a burp sign.
All right, let's go.
Thank you.
Sorry. It sounded like I did the burp, but you did the cough.
Yeah, I think you're better at... Your burps sound better, because when we try to do the Jamie burps, it's like we try to do a female burp, and sometimes it just comes out weird. It doesn't sound right.
Yeah.
But when we do the cough, we can do the female cough. And we could do the male cough too, but, we might as well, let's just balances out, I guess, or something.
Yeah, it balances out. You do the female coughs, I'll do the male burps, I guess.
Yeah. We're partners in this. And
yeah, right. And that's the way to do it. We just got to make it work out.
Okay. All right, so again, really quick before we forget this, we decided finally about 30 minutes ago to do this. But we were kind of in let's just say a grayish mood,
Yeah, gray mood, yeah.
And we thought of this song by Fuzzknuckle, DeFeo, and it's kind of a jury song. We're pretty sure it's about, like, a guy that kills people. And I think that's what the lyrics are about. But anyway, we just we're such a big fan of music that, it's sometimes it's lyrics, but sometimes it's also just hearing the song, just the whatever, just the music itself,
Yeah.
And it's just this song, we love the song, and the song really has a mood,
Yeah, it's got a mood. It's like you said, we think it's about a murderer, but we think it's a great song, and you could take it with the lyrics, or you could take it just as like you said, the melody, the music itself. Yeah.
Yeah, and the melody itself, the music itself, we just we're hearing that in our head, so that's what made us decide to choose this song as our opener. And by the way, we have no rights or to any Fuzzknuckle songs. We don't think anyone will care. We don't think Matt's gonna care, but just in case he does.
Yeah. Yeah, we had Matt, we got no rights to your songs, but we love your songs.
Yeah, so there you have it on that. So we decided to go into this with that song because it was we were kind of in, like, as we said, a kind of a gray mood, But then, like, it seems like once we hit the record and by the way, we're still going there, right?
Yep, quick time, we're 14:08 in.
Okay, cool. We haven't hit the wrong button and stopped the recording, nothing like that.
No, we're going.
Okay. We first started kind of in a gray mood, but then, like, as soon as we hit the record button, we were kind of just like, we had just, like, hit our, like, good, like, the best buzz peak we're gonna hit for the night, right?
Yeah, it seemed like it. We just started being idiots.
When that started, we already were.
Yeah. Right.
We were just laughing a lot, and, like, so we were just, like, getting into our, like, good part of the buzz. And that doesn't happen every night. I mean, we didn't think it was going to happen tonight either. A lot of these nights, I don't know. Lately, I mean, maybe not years back, but lately, man, last year or two, whatever. A lot of these buzz nights are just like, I don't know, man. We feel a buzz and it makes us tired, man. It's like we're getting old and this shit's wearing us out more or something.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if that's the case for sure, but.
Yeah, I don't know.
But maybe, and It's not what we want. We want to carry this shit on forever. Again, that's kind of why we, even though we've never been like huge fans of, not that we don't like them, but you know, never been huge fans of the Grateful Dead, admittedly.
No, but we get the philosophy. We think we get the philosophy of the Grateful Dead, man. Just do the shit till you're dead. Feel good, do what you want to do. Live it till you can't. Something like that. We don't know if that's what Grateful Dead was trying to say, but that's what we think they were trying to say, maybe.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay, so there you have it. We're almost 16 minutes in. I think we do have something to talk about, but yeah, the whole BeanZ thing.
Yeah. And why we're, not why, but the possibility that we're loners and this is the way it is. And not just Jamie and Zon and the freak they live in, but BeanZ also.
Yeah, BeanZ may also be a loner. We may be just discovering that. Sip a beer.
Yeah, sip a beer.
Here we go. And then I think we need a pee break. And then maybe we can play a tune, and then maybe after that we get into the whole BeanZ thing.
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay. Okay. So first of all, let's just mention this really quick, son.
Sorry, a little regurg there.
Yeah. And let's not be sorry. It happens.
Yeah. Anyone that takes offense to that, well, hey, you know, what do you want to, you know? First of all, you should know we hate being a human in the first place. We're stuck in a human. We hate that. We hate being a Herman.
We hate being Herman. Herman Munster.
Yeah. No, that'd be probably cool if we were Herman Munster, but human, yeah.
Okay, yeah. So that's kind of what we mentioned a million times, but basically to sum it up even shorter, even though it's still too long, because we mentioned it too many times.
Yeah, oh shit.
We hate being a human. This whole Jamie Zon thing it helps the human that they are forced to live within to try to just forget about that whole thing, forget about itself, forget that it's a human. And we call it because we don't know what it is. I mean, it's a male, but who gives a fuck?
Yeah. Gender, not only does gender not matter, but just even being a human we just don't want to exist except for in the audio, I guess.
Yeah, like in the audio we want, I guess, we'd be, not, I don't know if we want to, but we'd be okay. We'd be way more comfortable existing just in audio than in real life or video, which means we don't want to be seen, just heard, basically, right?
Yeah. So this is our comfort zone. Us doing these voices is like, you know, like, I don't know, the happy, our own happy world, or whatever the hell you want to call it.
Yeah, right. So.
Yeah, so that's why we do this. We did it for we do it for imitations, but we also do it. We also apply this to our real life. It gets us through or something.
Yeah. And we mentioned this too many times, but you know, this gets a little attention. There goes that fucking squeak again.
Yeah.
The Jamie voice squeak. It's a tradition.
Sorry, had to let it out.
It's got it. That's part of. If we don't let that out, we can't keep doing these voices. We'll have to like hit stop. You know.
Yeah.
But yeah, God. You know, the last time we had a point, and then we did the Jamie squeak. We started talking about that, and then we forgot our original point, which I think just happened again now.
Probably.
All right, fuck it, man. Let's play a song and take a pee break, and then we'll get back to whatever. And we gotta talk about the BeanZ thing and that whole thing.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
All right, let's play a song. Let's take a pee break, but what song?
Let's do that fucking song by the Tack.
Oh yeah, perfect. Here's a band called Tack. Now we heard this band on one of the Watt from Pedro show. One of the Watt from Pedro shows, the Mike Watt shows. Yeah.
Yeah. It was I don't know, about maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago. Forgot what date it was, but it was actually one of the Brother Matt spin cycle things.
Oh yeah, they do. They go Brother Matt spin cycle. The Brother Matt is just like a guy. I guess his name is Matt. That Mike works with on the Pedro show, and he does these spin cycles. It's just like a spin. He just like mixes of different stuff, and we really dig what Brother Matt does too.
Yeah. Everything I've heard him do is cool. So I don't know. We think it's cool, and we've discovered some shit on there that we really dig. And he played this one tune. It was Thanksgiving, when Thanksgiving was coming up a few weeks back, right before Thanksgiving, a week or two before that. Brother Matt did a spin cycle and on one of the Pedro shows there, and he did this. He's I guess spun in.
Yeah, and by the way, we like spin cycle because we love wash machines and wringer washers, right?
Oh hell yeah! Thank you for remembering that. We got to throw that in.
Yeah. First of all, we love washers. I don't know. When we were little kids, we were infatuated by wash machines and kind of infatuated by just like machines that used electricity and also used water, and I don't know. We just thought it was really cool and all the functions that it had and all that kind of stuff. I don't know.
Yeah. We just loved it. Whatever.
Yeah, we may have weird hobbies and whatever, but that's why we loved it. So there you have it.
Yeah. So the fact that Brother Matt calls it, spin cycle, that's a bonus for us.
Yeah, exactly. And so and not only that, but again, we like a lot of this music that he's playing on that thing. So he played a band called Tack with a song called Thanksgiving. It was like his Thanksgiving spin cycle for that episode of the Pedro show, right?
Yeah, the Walk Pedro show.
Yeah. So let's play that now and we'll take a pee break. Oh, but we own no rights to any songs by Tack. And the fact that we're not supposed to do this on, like, we're supposed to like talk over it. So if disclaimers come up when we post this on YouTube, if we do.
We probably will.
Yeah. Why not? We got nothing else to put out right now, so we'll probably put this out, right?
Yeah. Best thing we got. Better, well, I don't know. Is it better than nothing, or is it better to just put out nothing?
Yeah, is it better than nothing, or is it like, this is so horrible that it's better to not even put it out?
Who cares?
Good point.
Yeah. So let's play this song by Tack, okay? We own no Tack songs. We owe no copyrights to Tack songs. We just want to play this because we think it's a cool song. And we're going to take a pee break because we need to do that anyway.
Yeah.
All right, so here's a song called Thanksgiving. Even though Thanksgiving's over, fucking who cares?
Yeah.
By a band called Tack. Oh, and it's off an album called Dead Man in the Car. That's an interesting album title.
Yeah. Why can we thought of that? Oh, and right now, there's a band called Shame, and we wish we could have thought of that.
Yeah, and there was another thing we wanted to bring up just tonight that we discovered. There was another band that had a cool name. It might have been a band of the... Oh, it was a band that Mike Watt played on the Pedro show. It was called Chronic Anxiety, right?
Yes. Chronic Anxiety. And yeah, it's good that we're putting this in here because we may forget. Sometimes we just think of shit, whatever. And sometimes we just like type it into our little like text edit. We have what the hell do you call it? Just like some little diary, just like an area where on our computer where if we think of something, we just jot it down. We just take little notes of just bullshit that we think of. And we just have like a whole collection, like playlist of that. It's stored on an application called TextEdit.
Yes, right.
And we just, so anyway, we're already losing pointers on. Anyway, we keep note of that just in case it's something we want to use later. Most of it's crap, but every once in a while it's like, oh yeah. We look back at it and, hey, we can use that. It's an idea for something, whatever. I don't know.
Yeah, something like that.
So anyway, I don't know. We'll have to listen to this back and see what the hell we were talking about with that, right?
Yeah, pretty much. Let's play the band called Tech.
Yeah.
All right, so we're not going to talk over it, but we just want everyone to know there we own no rights or copyrights to any songs by the band Tech, T-A-C-K. But we really love this song. Here's a song called Thanksgiving by Tech. Here we go.
We're going to talk over it a little bit just so we cover up. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe we shouldn't.
We don't want to because we want the whole song heard, but we do want to because we don't want to infringe on the fucking copyrights and shit.
Yeah, we just really don't know what to do here.
No. Just fucking let it play, man.
All right.
Let's do a Greeny Sig again, Don.
Good idea.
Let's check Facebook, Don. We're having a conversation with a friend there, and we kind of started doing this commentary and got self-indulgent or something, man, and just like proceeded to ignore the rest of the world there, you know.
Yeah. Go in. Open the window and see.
Fucking almost 25 minutes ago, man.
Let it go, I guess.
Okay. Just stuff the bird. Ugh.
Yeah, by the way, we don't eat turkey on Thanksgiving, do we?
No. We were never big fans of turkey in the first place, so us it always kind of tastes like chicken that was going bad, you know.
Yeah. And not only that, we're not vegetarians, but we wish we were.
Yeah, we're kind of like we really wish we were. If we do it, we do that sometimes. We do spend several days. A couple months back, we went 2 weeks without meat, and I know that's to a vegetarian that's fucking nothing, but the idea was there.
Yeah.
But we're not, even when we do eat meat, we're just like not proud of it, man. Like we always kind of just wished or preferred that we didn't.
Yeah. Yeah, Thanksgiving comes around, we're happy with like sweet potatoes and cranberry sauce.
Yeah, pretty much. Some like cherry tomatoes and some mushrooms and some fucking dip.
Yeah, we can fill up on that alone.
Yeah. It sounds like they're actually talking about Thanksgiving, like stuff the bird and stuff, but then the guy's like, put this bag over your head. There's a knife in the table and stuff.
Yeah, so the first way we took this song was it's kind of dark, like table across the knife. I mean, fuck.
Reverse it.
Yeah, a knife across the table.
Yeah.
And here, put this bag over your head. But then we listened to it a few more times, and it's like the guy's actually talking about, dump the bird and shit, turkey that stuff. You know, we don't eat it, but we know that's Thanksgiving tradition pretty much.
Yeah. And then, like he's talking about, I want a beer.
Yeah, I want a beer.
Yeah, I'm like, damn. It's like, we could so relate to that shit.
Yeah, more than anything else. We still recording?
Recording. Sorry.
Don't be sorry. I know, I said recording. Do it. Try to imitate me. Recording.
What the hell, man? But, you know, I gotta say, sometimes we have a pretty damn good time here. I mean, it's Friday. Well, it was Friday, and it's not Saturday. It's 12:04. It's 12:59 a.m. It's almost 1 in the morning now. It's Saturday, December 8th, 2018. And, you know, it's man, are we just fucking crazy, sick? Something wrong with us. I mean, it seems like we have a pretty damn good time. At least once in a while here. Drinking some beers. And in reality, just talking to ourselves, man. You know, this is all audio. So if we stopped giving it away, we might be able to make at least some people think that it's really two people here.
Yeah, we've discussed that before. If we just shut the hell up about admitting, yeah, it's just one freak doing two voices.
Yeah. But, I mean, the reality is this one freak is sitting here doing these voices, and it seems pretty damn entertaining. I mean, we've done a lot of laughing here, at least especially in this segment. Maybe it's got something to do with the buzz, but also,
yeah,
you know, I mean, it's still just one freak here. So this motherfucker's having a lot of fun by himself, and you know, with these voices, just entertaining. It's like this seems like what most people would do with at least one other person, right?
Yeah, but somehow we pull this shit off, or the one freak pulls this shit off. I don't know. Going back to what you said, is this just crazy or not?
Yeah, but going back to what we discussed already years ago, who cares?
Yeah, who cares?
I mean, part of us is curious as to know, is this fucking fucked up or not? I mean, we got these two sides of that, too. Like, half of us is going, is this fucked up? And the other half is going, who cares?
Yeah, exactly.
Sip Bo beer. And this is beer 6, son. So if we want to keep this going for a while, I don't know, I might need another beer.
Yeah. We're 33 minutes in, but I don't know. I feel like we could drop off here. Like, maybe we could get tired, or maybe we could finish this beer and get another half hour's worth of energy or something.
Yeah, I don't know. We gotta talk about the BeanZ thing.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, so let's get into that before we don't do it, you know.
Yeah. BeanZ is our baby. How could we forget that?
Yeah, right. Okay, so quick as we can put, that's the history of BeanZ as far as we know her. She moved in here in 2013, sometime in June, about the middle of June 2013. She was a year and a half old then, at which time Boone was still around, and also Keisha.
Yeah.
Now, Keisha actually died just a few weeks later. She was really on her last leg. She had hip dysplasia and dementia and all that. And there was Boone, who was a little bit younger, and he lived a little bit longer. So BeanZ lived with Boone for 2 more years, and then Boone died, you know.
Yeah.
Now, BeanZ had come from our friends, some friends of ours back in the day. They, split up, and so, long story short, certain members of that family, and let's not forget that everyone is a member of that family, whether they're human or canine or any other species, they all split up, and long story short, BeanZ kind of got left by everyone. So she ended up here, which is good though. She's our diamond in the rough. It's kind of, thank goodness for that situation, even though it's like we could never give up our dog, but we're kind of, and we're not in favor of other people giving up their dogs, but in that one instance, we're glad that happened, right?
Yeah, that one worked out perfectly.
Yeah. So anyhow, BeanZ had come from, she was adopted by her last family when she was just months old. She was a puppy. She moved in with this family who had another dog. And a little bit older dog. I think the other dog was full grown by then. And as far as we know, we didn't even know her then, but we saw some pictures of, actually, we didn't know BeanZ till she was 1.5 years old. So we never saw her as a puppy, but we were sent by the previous family some pictures of her when she was a puppy. And one of them was her as a puppy, like standing on top of the other dog there. And it seemed like a playful moment, and it's such a cute pic and all that. So we assumed that, BeanZ liked other dogs. And
yeah. And obviously she lived with another dog. We don't know what happened, where she was born at and all that. But as you said, Jamie, she was adopted by our friends back in the day, and lived with another dog for about, up until she was 1.5 years, right?
Yeah, and that family split up and all that. And so BeanZ came to live here, at which point she was 1.5 years old. That was like June 2013, right?
Yeah. We mentioned it.
I know, just trying to make sure.
I know.
And she moved in here with Keisha and Boone. Keisha, unfortunately, was gone just a couple weeks after that. But then she lived with Boone for 2 years. So for the first 3 years or so of her life, she lived with other dogs. But for the last 3 years, she's been the only dog.
Right. And well, when Boone died, we were really afraid for BeanZ. We thought she might freak out because she's not around another dog, but we kind of come to find out she's pretty damn okay being the only dog. And I mean, up to today, she's still done really good with being the only dog, as well as back in the day being with other dogs.
Yeah, well, back in the day being with other dogs, but
yeah, right.
So over the last 3 or so years, we've had about 4 attempts to, because we thought, well, maybe BeanZ wants another dog around. We're not sure. Is she, does she want another dog around her, or is she cool being the only dog? And so over the last 3 years, we've had about 4 or so attempts trying to match her up with another dog. And, well, all 4 of them have been, well, maybe not a total fail. I'd say like 2 of them, at least half of them, 2 of them have been fails. And the other 2 have been maybe, I don't know if it's 2 and 2. Like, most of them have been fails. 1 or 2 of them, let's just say, have been maybe potentials, but still, we're not sure.
Yeah, well, at first we tried to match her up with a dog, our old friend Craig, who is gone now. Poor Craig.
Yeah, poor Craig. He was a drummer we played with years back, and he's gone now, unfortunately. Some unfair shit. Just, he should still be around, and he's not. It's not fair.
I know. Yeah, exactly.
So anyway, Craig told us about this shelter that was out around where he lived, and they had this little heeler, which at the time that heeler was 4 years old, and BeanZ was still 3.
Yeah, 3 years ago she was 3.
Yeah. Next month she's gonna be 7.
Yeah.
And so we went out to see this heeler, and turned out to be this little female 4-year-old heeler. And she, this little thing, man. I mean, heelers aren't like super large dogs. They're like medium-sized dogs. But this heeler in particular, and she was full grown. She was like half the size of BeanZ. And we saw her. She was cute. Just a cute little dog, But so we brought her and BeanZ out to meet each other, and for about the first 30 seconds or so, right?
Yeah, 30, half a minute.
Yeah, everything was fine, and then all of a sudden, this little ass dog lunged forward at BeanZ like to go to attack her, and we're like, okay, fuck that. Like us and the shelter people were both like, yeah, nope, forget it, And at that point, I mean, they had other dogs there. We could have been like, well, hey, all right, it didn't work out with this dog, but you have other dogs. We just, by then we were already like on our way home, and we just didn't even think of that until we were driving home. So
yeah, so we just like, fuck that.
Yeah. So then a couple months later, a friend of ours, someone we work with, this dude Ralph, really cool guy, big dog lover, all that. He told us about Awesome Nursery. They had a 3-month-old Heeler male puppy there. Go check him out,
Yeah. So so we did that. We took BeanZ to Awesome Nursery, and Awesome Nursery is cool because it's one of the few places where you can actually go and walk around with your dog, right?
Yeah. There's like the vet, like Petco part and PetSmart, those places, and Awesome Nursery. It's like the only stores you can like walk into with your dog.
Yeah, I heard Home Depot you can do that for some, I guess, supposedly.
Oh yeah. Yeah, Home Depot, supposedly you can do that too. We gotta go there.
Yeah, we really don't have any reason to go there. If we go to a hardware store, it's usually Menards, because I think they're cheaper than Home Depot,
Yeah, but maybe we should just do it for the hell of it. Fuck it. I mean, if they allow dogs in there, we should just go in there. We don't have to buy anything. Just go walk around. Maybe we'll buy a set of Christmas lights, Spend a couple bucks, Be like, okay, here's our admission price for doing this,
Yeah, maybe. Why not? We're not going to do anything else for Christmas, Like, we want to go look at the Christmas sites in Chicago. We've been talking about this for fucking decades by now. It's probably never going to happen, though.
No, I mean, it could, but like you said, like what are we going to do? Just go there with, we could drive there with BeanZ, and we'd have to park somewhere, and we could do that. But the thing is, like, the only place we can go back to that's warm is back to the car, depending on where we leave the car,
Yeah.
And it's not like we're there with a person, like, we ran into, we won't say her name, but her name is Joy. We ran into a friend of ours, Joy, about a month ago. We were, like, a few weeks back, we were catching the Metro for the jury duty. Let's not go fully into that right now, but we thought for a second, like, hey, maybe this is somebody we could, like, go with to Chicago. Like, maybe she'd be interested in going to Chicago and checking out the sites, which leads into another thing. We can't bring BeanZ anyway.
Yeah, it leads back to BeanZ, like, hanging out with another person, in the end, we'd probably just rather hang out with BeanZ, with our dog anyway.
Well, yeah, it might be nice to hang out with another person, but, I mean, like, and BeanZ also.
Yeah. We're drifting off into, like, 3 different subjects here by now.
I know. Okay, so let's get back to the whole trying to hook BeanZ up with a dog.
Yes, right. Yeah, so, okay. So, we tried the first Heeler, didn't work. The Heeler puppy didn't work. And then about, I don't know, this was just about a year and a half or so ago, our neighbor Mary, we won't mention her name, right?
No, we will not mention that her name is Mary.
About a year and a half ago, we pulled out of here one morning to go to work. We get down the road here, and we see this animal standing right in the middle of the road, and right off the bat we thought it was like a deer or something. But then, we're driving a little closer, we realize this is a dog. This German Shepherd is just standing right in the middle of the road. And this skinny ass, I mean, you could tell she was left,
Yeah.
This German Shepherd, just standing in the middle of the road, and we kind of passed her by, and we're like, what the hell is that? What's going on with that? I mean,
Yeah.
And so we drive up, we keep driving, about a mile or so. We're getting close to the next road where we have to turn on. And we realized, God, we can't just leave this dog there. We got to turn around and see what's going on with this dog. I mean, God forbid, you know, we ignore it. We go to work, and then we're driving home after the end of the work day, and we see this dead German Shepherd laying on the side of the road, you know.
Yeah, and, you know, if we ignore this and some car comes by and hits this dog or something happens, we're gonna regret that for the rest of our life. We gotta go back and see, even if we knew at this point we're gonna have to be late for work, but fuck it, you know, we have to do this.
Yeah. So we turn back around, we get back there, and sure enough, here's this German Shepherd just standing there in the middle of the road, like someone had to dump her there and just leave her there. And, you know, these dogs are just standing there like, what the fuck am I doing here? And you hear this story all too often. These people do this shit. This is a horrible story. I'm not even going to try to expand on this too much right now, but you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. All too often hear these stories where people are just drive somewhere with these dogs or other animals, whoever they are, and just kick them out of their car and just see ya, you know. Good luck, you know. I mean, I guess it's not, you know, at least they didn't torture them or anything, but this is still a pretty cruel thing to do. Just, you're on your own, you know. Just let them go. Hopefully they'll be okay, but it's terrible. It's terrible to hear about this shit, you know.
Yeah. So this had to be one of these dogs just left there. And you could tell the dog just, like you said, just standing there like, why would it, first of all, this dog, we gotta get this dog off the fucking road before she gets hit. But she doesn't know she's standing on a road with cars that could come by and hit her and kill her and all that, you know?
Yeah.
And, fuck, man. You know, they're just standing there with that look on their face like, what the fuck just happened? What am I doing? Where am I? What am I doing here? What the hell do I do now, you know?
Yeah. So anyway, like, you know, we realized we gotta turn around. So we turned around, we came back, and sure enough, there's the shepherd still standing there. And there's our neighbor, Mary. By then, there she was.
Yeah.
Trying to get the German Shepherd. And so we ended up getting there, and so anyway, Mary took her in and had her for like a month or something like that, and ended up finding a home for her. And it was a happy ending, though, right?
Yeah. The shepherd ended up getting out. Someone took her in. Mary, a couple months later, showed us some pictures of what she looks like now, and she had gained, you know, weight and healthy and all that. So kick ass, great happy ending to that story.
Yeah. Right. But so getting back to the whole thing of Beans trying to hook her up with a dog. So Mary had this shepherd for a week or so, and one day she came by and she's like, well, would you be interested in taking the shepherd? And we're like, well, hell yeah, but because, you know, we always like, you know, because since Boone died, you know, Beans has been the only dog for up to now 3 years, and over 3 years now, 3.5, shit, right?
Yeah, Boone was gone, July 25th, I think it was, of 2015, so he's been gone about 3.5 years, yeah.
Yeah, shit. Yeah, so not 3 years, but 3.5 years, Beans has now been the only dog. Beans is going to be 7 years old, January 13th. As far as we know, that's her birthday. She's got paperwork that says that, and we think that's her birthday. We think that's what that means, but we're not 100% sure.
Yeah.
So anyway, like, we thought about taking the shepherd in. So so a couple days later, Mary came out on the street with the shepherd, and we went out there with Beans, and Beans is kind of acting like intimidated, like, I'm not that, like, she seemed uneasy about it and uncomfortable about the whole thing. So we passed on the idea, and then, you know, as we mentioned, Mary ended up finding a home for that shepherd and everything. So good happy ending to the shepherd story, but didn't work out with Beans, you know. So after that, we just kind of gave up until just the other day.
Yeah, well, just about a week ago, maybe about a week and a half ago or something, we see these things on Facebook all the time, these dogs that need homes and rescues and stuff like that, and we see a lot of them. We try to share them. We're always trying to share them as much as we can, because just hit the damn button and share it. It's not that hard, right?
Right. Just do it. At least do that.
Yeah. But, you know, and we're just, but, you know, I mean, we always think, it'd be nice to have 2 dogs again. Because, we used to have, for a lot of years we had 2 dogs. For a couple of weeks we had 3, but, Keisha and all that.
Yeah.
But 2 dogs was cool, and, there's more vet bills, and, even the buying more dog food is one thing, but the vet bills,
Yeah. There's commitments, vet bills, you don't know what this dog's going to do to the house and how they're going to act and all that, but, we love the idea of having 2 dogs again, but it's just a lot of worry about that too, and like our last few dogs were they just kind of happened. They were kind of, we don't know if we believe in destiny or not. I think we kind of like sometimes do and sometimes don't,
Yeah, we think some things just happen because it's all chemistry and circumstance, but maybe some things were meant to happen. We don't know. We don't swear by it, but maybe it's possible,
Yeah.
Because of our last few dogs. They just kind of happened, and they worked out really well, and, well, maybe that was destiny. Maybe that wasn't just chemistry and circumstance. Maybe that was supposed to happen. It was a good thing, and it was, as negative as we are, maybe that, that's some positive stuff in our life there.
Yeah, right, for sure.
So anyhow, yeah, so the thing is, we keep feeling bad for BeanZ, even though she's done good with the dogs, at least the dogs that she's lived with.
Yeah, the thing is, we've tried to hook her up with some dogs that could potentially move in here, and and she could have a dog friend and all that, and she doesn't have to be the only dog. But like, it's been some fails on it, or just didn't seem right. It didn't seem like it was a good fit, or like it wasn't gonna work.
Yeah, but that, on the other hand, BeanZ has been around dogs that, like our mom's dog, and some friends of ours' dogs that, they already have homes, but she seems to get along better with the dogs that already have homes they already have places to live, as opposed to the dogs we tried to hook her up with.
Right, like the dogs that need homes, she's not jiving with, but right, like the dogs that have homes, if they didn't have homes, might have been perfect dogs.
Right. And the thing is, we're not just going to move any dog in here. We don't want to make BeanZ life a living hell. By all means, we would love to be rescuing them and helping them out. But at the same time, we love BeanZ so much, we're not going to wreck her life here. If we can bring in a dog that fits, that has a similar temperament to BeanZ, and it'll work, great, but
at the same time, we don't know if BeanZ is happy being the only dog. It seems like she gets along with certain dogs. We kind of feel like she feels the same way about dogs as we feel about people, right? Yeah. Like, she likes a few dogs, but maybe she doesn't like most dogs, She gets along with a few of them, but most of them she could care less or just do without, be fine without, Right. Whereas we feel the same way about people. Like, we like a few of them, but we could do without most people.
Right. We don't. Maybe BeanZ has some 2-dog thing in her head, just like we have some 2-person thing in our head.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's twisted. Who knows? Maybe.
Yeah.
Sorry, sip of beer, and sure, the trains are being recorded.
Yeah, there is always a fucking train here. And this microphone picks up everything. We mentioned this before. It picks up the fridge, the furnace, also the train, which drives us nuts, except for when we're drunk, I guess.
Yeah, well, while we're doing this, while we're busy, I don't know, I guess it just doesn't faze us.
Yeah.
Alright, so the whole BeanZ thing. So we tried to, just the other day, so like last week, okay, back up a little bit here.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe inside of 2 weeks ago. We're friends with some people who are big dog people, and we're on some of these like dog rescue pages and stuff. So we see this all the time, these dogs, and we share it because we try to help. Hopefully someone will rescue this dog. But admittedly, we haven't, outside of BeanZ. BeanZ is our only dog, so we haven't rescued any of them, right?
No.
And sometimes we feel like we want to. And about 2 weeks ago, week and a half, whatever, there was this posting of this dog who was about 7.5 years old. They said that she was about 7.5. She may have had a little, maybe shepherd mix in her. We're not really sure what she was. Definitely didn't look like a heeler, but, you know, just shepherd. And maybe shepherd mix. We're not sure. And she was very skinny. They said she was about 7.5 years old, and it seems like someone either dumped her or maybe she had a family who died off or something, and she just ended up on the streets or something for a while, and super skinny and had mange and fleas and all that stuff. And this dog's face, though, just, we fell in love with her. We just, you know, we see a lot of these dogs, and we love them. We love dogs so much, you know. But this one dog, I mean, we try to share things and hope people will help, but this one dog, we feel like, God, this is the one we want to save. And we thought she would be a good match with BeanZ too, because, I mean, first of all, this dog needs help. She needs to be nursed back into health. She needs to eat and gain weight and stuff like that. That she would probably be so preoccupied with just trying to get better that by no means is she could try to pick a fight with BeanZ. And BeanZ isn't a dog that picks fights either. But she also doesn't like, BeanZ isn't a big fan of like dogs in her face. Like dogs around her, she's okay with, but dogs trying to get in her face, just like, BeanZ we've only heard her growl about 3 times in her life, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Rarely ever. I mean, she's a sweet dog. I mean, she's, you know, again, she's not a sweet dog because she's our dog. She was a sweet dog before we knew her. We just got lucky that we ended up with her. So, anyway.
Yeah.
The only time we've ever heard her growl, this has only been about 3 times. And it's never been like a, I'm going to fucking kill you kind of growl.
Right.
Just more of a, just go away. Get out of my face kind of, just kind of a, get out of my face growl, you know.
Yeah.
And she, you know. And so we, I don't know. She does that. She's done that with some of these dogs we've matched her up with, tried to match her up with. And so, as I said, you know, we matched her up with these few dogs, tried to. And then the other day, we took her to see this other heeler that our friend Mary posted. Oh, wait a minute. Back up about the skinny dog.
Oh, yeah. We wanted to adopt this poor skinny dog. We wanted to take her in a nurture bag. And we started looking into it, but then we found out she already got adopted. So this hasn't even been an idea in our head for a while, you know, about even getting another dog. But then we saw this one dog, and we wanted to try to rescue her, and we just fell in love with her, and just her face, just something about this look on her face and her eyes, and oh my God, we just love this dog and want to take her in. And we thought she'd be no threat on BeanZ, because, you know, she's just trying to heal, and BeanZ is no fighter. And we thought, as long as this dog isn't obviously trying to pick a fight with BeanZ, and also we didn't think she'd be getting in BeanZ's face, which BeanZ is not a big fan of dogs getting in her face, you know. This dog is just trying to heal. We didn't think she'd be that kind of dog. This would be a perfect match, and we just really had such a feeling about this dog, you know. But, you know.
Yeah, but then she got adopted.
Yeah, and we're glad she did. We hope whoever adopted her takes good care of her, and we would like this. We love this dog so much. We would love to see like progression pictures of her getting healthier and all that. We should like try to research, you know, go back to that on Facebook and write to whoever and say, hey, you know, we were really interested in this dog. You adopted her first, and you know that's cool and everything. But we'd like to hear updates and see how she's doing and all that.
Yeah.
So anyhow, because of that dog, it triggered the idea again of maybe getting a second dog, you know, which we hadn't thought about in a while since the shepherd about 1.5 years ago. And so we were really interested in that dog. We then found that out. She was adopted. And we kind of put some on Facebook like, you know, we're happy for it, but we're kind of sad. And so our neighbor Mary posted this heeler that was in the shelter. That's like a 45-minute drive from here or whatever.
Yeah.
And this other healer, and we thought, you know, he was like a 2-year-old male healer or whatever, and he seemed really cute. We saw a little video of him. And by the way, we saw a video after that skinny dog got adopted, a little 30-second video, and all you see is like her giving. Her name was Geraldine, by the way.
Yeah, we think.
Yeah, we don't know if that was her name or someone at the center that was their name, so they just called her that, whatever. Anyway.
Yeah. We always interested in, like, if the dog has a dumb name, it's like, well, can we change it, or is that the name the dog knows? If that's the case, we won't change it. But if it's not, and if it's got a dumb name, we want to change it.
Yeah, shit.
So anyway.
Sip a beer real quick.
All right.
Okay, so we found out about this healer, and we saw a little video, and he looked cute. You could tell he looked scared. I think it was like his first day at the shelter. I don't know where he came from, but obviously he was probably scared for, intimidated and everything from being there and not a usual environment and a bunch of other dogs around barking all day. It's got to be weird,
Yeah, just like if we got thrown into it, all of a sudden this thing, kind of like jury duty. Even going to the jury was probably not nearly that dramatic as what that dog was going through.
Yeah, no shit.
Yep. Sorry. We got a burp.
Sorry. The voice fucked up a little bit there. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
Okay, so anyhow, so we went to go see this healer, and the ad, we saw the ad that Mary posted us, says good with dogs. So we got there, we showed up there with Beans, and we walk in there, and by the way, they're only open till 4 p.m. So we took a vacation day from work. We took a day off just to go do this, and we drove out to Homer Glen, to town like 45 minutes away from where we live here, and
yeah,
to go meet this healer. And we walk in, and we're like, yeah, we're here to see this healer you have named Pirate, and we're here with our healer. And the guy's like, oh, well, that dog doesn't get along good with other dogs. And we're like, oh, really? Well, that's what your ad says. He's like, yeah, well, we know, but yesterday someone else came in to see him, and they also had a healer, and not that necessarily matters. It doesn't matter what breed they are, like pit bulls are this way and healers are that way. Fuck all that shit. They're like people and any other species. They all have their own personalities, man. Like we heard that somebody told us that healers are mean dog. They thought healers were mean. And a friend of ours at work said that he met a healer that was mean. Now our two healers, Boone and Beans, are fucking totally nice as hell.
Yeah, it's just it doesn't matter what the breed. Like pit bulls are mean, No, they're not. Some of them probably are. Some of them aren't. It just doesn't matter what fucking breed they are. Are they good or bad?
Exactly. Mean or not. Like the Chihuahuas. Some people think Chihuahuas are just angry all the time, and some of them are. But we met a couple that are just complete sweethearts too. So.
Yeah.
So anyway, we found out that someone had come to see this healer, and they had a healer too, whatever. Either way, they had a dog of their own, and they went out for a walk for a few minutes or something, and it seemed it worked out okay for a few minutes, and then all of a sudden this healer like jumped on this person's dog, this person's healer, like showing dominance and like trying to attack him and shit. So we're like, okay, fuck that, Or, that ain't gonna work, so.
No. So then we're like, well, okay, we're here. Maybe this healer ain't gonna work. We got other dogs. What do you got? And the guy, we're telling the guy, like, this is Beans. This is our dog, and you could tell she's mellow as fuck. Who do you have here who's mellow, right?
Yeah. So we went to the back and.
Yeah. So what they want you to do is they want us to go see the dogs before we bring a dog out to meet our dog.
Yeah, so we walked back there and we met some other dogs, and we just at this point already kind of weren't sure about this whole thing. Like, we don't even know if we're doing the right thing in the first place, Does Beans even want a fucking friend? We feel bad because we go to work and she's alone all day. But we don't really know. Is she lonely, or is she perfectly fine with that, you know?
Yeah, because as we said, she's done fine with it, with the at least the dogs, the couple of dogs she's lived with. Maybe not every dog, but those dogs she did fine with.
Yeah, and she's done fine being the only dog too. And really, a lot of this just comes down to us feeling bad for her because she's left alone all day. Like when we go to leave for work, she's always sitting on her couch with her head down, like she's sad about it, you know. Would it make her happier if she had another dog here? Like, okay, we have to go to work. Beans, we're sorry, we have to do this, you know. Got to make money for your food and stuff, you know. And the roof over your head and all that, right?
Yeah.
But, you know, would she feel better having another dog during the day while we're gone? Or is she okay? Based on that cower thing she gives us, we feel like she's sad about it. And then we come home and she seems happy, but I don't know. It's not just because we're home, but like she probably just like, hey, you're here, so I'm gonna get to go outside and go to the bathroom and get fed and all and get fed and all that.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah. So we just feel bad. Like, does she want a friend or not? That's the whole debate here, you know.
Yeah. So anyway, I'm getting back to like looking around that shelter. So we looked around and, you know, a couple of the dogs there seemed pretty nice, but like some of them were puppies, and we love puppies, but like we're gone all day at work. We can't really have a puppy, you know. We're not here enough to take care of a puppy, you know.
Yeah.
But then we saw like this one dog. They had one of those like Spud McKenzie dogs, you know, and that's a form of a pit bull, as I've been told.
Yeah.
And that dog seemed like the one that was kind of like an adult dog, first of all, and also seemed really mellow, just kind of sitting there being quiet and everything. So we saw him like, oh, maybe he's got the right temperament for Beans, you know. So we looked at him for a little bit, and then we proceeded to walk back around, look at some of the other dogs. But then we came back around to look at him again, and all of a sudden, this dog is like barking and lunging at us like he wanted to fucking attack us, you know.
Yeah, right. So at that point, we're like, okay, never mind that.
Yeah. So anyway, after that, we're kind of like, all right, I guess let's just get out of here.
Yeah.
So we went back out. And the guy was out, and like the guy, like, we kind of forgot that we should have like just let Beans in the car and walked in first, looked at the dogs, and then maybe brought her in to meet a dog and all that.
Right. Yeah. And so the guy, we already walked in with her. So the guy's like, well, I'll just hold on to your dog. And we're kind of like, you know, we're always weird about that. We're so attached to Beans, and we want to, you know, just make sure, and we don't trust people. And I mean, okay, this guy works here. He's involved with dogs and shit, so it should be okay, right? But
yeah, but we're just like, we're always a little uneasy. Like, okay, we don't like leaving our dog. We're so attached to Beans, man. You know, it's just, I guess it's like a couple with a newborn, like their first baby. I mean, we're so just paranoid. You know, treat our kid right, man. You know.
Yeah, like Beans isn't our kid, but well, she's the closest thing that we'll ever be to our kid.
Yeah.
All right, so anyway, so we ended up leaving that place, right? On the way home, we thought, though, you know, the route we took, on the way home, there's also a nursery in Frankfurt, and they have dogs there. Now, years ago, they used to sell dogs there, but in the last few years, they've become humane. So they just have dogs up for adoption now.
Yeah. So we thought, well, what the hell? And Awesome Nursery is a place where we can actually walk in with Beans, you know. It's so cool to be actually being able to walk into a store, which is our dream. We wish we could just go everywhere with Beans, you know.
Yeah. We wish we could just go shopping, although her walking in public, we'd have to, like, get some kind of dog shoes for her.
Yeah, because she's walking on all those germs and shit. Well, I mean, walking on the streets, it's the same thing, though.
I know. But it's just, it's one of our other worries, you know. Don't get germs. Mostly don't get people germs on our dog, you know.
Yeah, on our dog or anything for that matter.
Yeah. Even though we are a human, we don't like human germs.
Yeah, that's a whole nother, yeah, God, we're a human, but we hate it. We try to fight it, you know. We try our best not to be human, which is, not to be human, it's hopefully, a song we've been working on. HeelerZ has like 4 new songs we've been kind of working on, but we're not going to get a new album out until a little later in the year, probably. It's going to take a while to do that, but just a little pre-announcement, whatever. We have a song called Not to Be Human, right?
Yeah, and it's kind of, well, we'll let this spoiler out. It's like the last lyrics of the song, not to be, we try our best not to be human. Which anyways, kind of it's the truth. It's really kind of what we do. We are human, but we try not to be.
Yeah, we try to escape all we can. We live in our head and try to pretend that this head isn't even a human head. It's just some other thought floating in outer space. It's not a human. It's not even anything. It's just, just a ball of energy. It's not even, we don't even want it that. We just want to not exist, but I don't know. We do these voices so the thing we live in, so we don't think about that. And we just try to pretend that it doesn't exist. We try to exist without existing or something.
Yeah, it's like, we don't really want to commit suicide, but we I guess, in a way we kind of want to exist, but we don't, I don't know. We don't want to. We want to be nothing. We want to have no name. We want to have no name. We just want to not really be there. We just want to be transparent or something. But I guess we're guilty of the fact, or at least we think we're guilty that maybe part of us wants to exist just so we can do this stuff.
We do like the audio.
Yeah.
Okay, so getting back, let's finish the bean story, Son. Come on.
All right. One more sip of beer. This will be the last sip of this beer.
Okay. And then we finish the story.
All right.
All right, so we end up going back to Allsup Nursery. We walk in there and we look at some puppies and some dogs, and they got a healer puppy in there, but again, we're just not, we're not here enough to be able to give a puppy enough attention. So we start talking to this lady that works there, and she's like, well, we got another healer that's like a year and a half or 2 years old. And she's like some healer. We thought she was like a healer mix. She said she was like, we don't remember what the name was.
It was like, she called it like Healer Kella something. I don't know. And we're still not sure if it's like a healer mix or like just another actual type of healer that we just never heard of before.
Yeah, like there's maybe more of a world of healers. But anyway, again, it doesn't mean we care about what breed the dog is. I mean, the dog that gets along with Beans, we don't care what that dog looks like. If it's the right dog for Beans, that's the right dog. Not it's, but sorry. I hate when people say it. He or she,
I know. We hate when people talk about a dog. Oh, this dog, it came up to me. Well, just say he or she came up to me. But then again, some people even refer to babies that way. Oh, the baby, it. If you're referring to a baby that way, a human, male or female, and you're calling it an it, I guess we don't feel as bad about you calling a dog an it, right?
Yeah, it's like almost we get a little offended, like the dog, like it's a thing. But then if you're going to say the same thing about a human baby, well, the human baby, it came up to me, or not, the human baby, it was sleeping. Okay, if you're going to call a human baby an it, then okay, I guess it's okay to call a dog an it. But otherwise, we hate when people. It's just that when people say that, the first thing we start thinking or assuming is that, that they're putting a dog below a human. Or a dog, like a thing, Don't treat, don't do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. We just don't like to hear that. But if, like you said, sometimes you hear somebody go, the baby was crying and then it woke up. Anyway, we just don't want to hear people putting dogs below humans because, that's not the way we think.
Yeah, it's not a popular opinion, but we kind of had a little bit of a debate about that with a friend we work with today, and kind of the whole thing. We're talking about how, like, these families break up and they leave their dog, which is kind of how we got Beans. And we had to bring up the fact that when we were young And our parents got divorced. Our mom had to leave the house because she couldn't afford it by herself without our dad's income. So not only did she have to find a place for us to live that she could afford on her own, but also a place where she could bring a dog, and not just one dog, but two of them. And she did that because our mom was not going to split up that family. And according to our mom, the dogs are part of the family. Whereas a lot of people go, well, I just can't be bothered with this dog anymore. I got to deal with my human kids. And obviously, yes, you do. But you know, we don't think you should. Anyway, that's how we feel about it, okay?
Right. So anyway, again, let's get to the end of this. We got to end this in less than fucking 5 minutes.
I know.
Okay, so the ending thing about BeanZ in this whole story was they brought this other healer out, and it went okay. Like, they weren't trying to fight each other. Their tails weren't down. They didn't hate each other. But BeanZ just keeps seeming to not really be like, you know, she was okay with the other dog. I mean, she was kind of annoyed at first, and then just kind of didn't care. But we kind of keep feeling like, well, we don't know. Is BeanZ just a loner too? You know, like, does she prefer being alone? Because I mean, admittedly, you know, ever since the day Boone died, you know, it's been BeanZ has been the only dog. It's been just her and us, and admittedly, she's probably got it pretty good here. She's probably a little bit spoiled. I mean, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. We don't know how she feels about it, but we do spoil her. I mean, we think we do anyway. We love the shit out of this dog. We've loved every dog we've ever had, and we've always had a bond with every one of them. But I mean, the day Boone died, man, we needed BeanZ so bad. I mean, we came home that day, and we found out Cousin Steve died the same day, so that was like such a shitty day. And there was BeanZ, and we told her, we said, BeanZ, come here. We need you so bad, baby. Let us give you a hug and hugs, and we love you, baby. We need you so much. And the thing is, nothing's really changed since then, up to today, you know.
Yeah, we've had. I think really this has been like even though we love all our dogs, we've been bonded with them, but this is maybe the biggest bond we've ever had with a dog. I mean, BeanZ may be the dog that we've had the biggest bond with ever. And in the end, we don't know if we could even bring another dog in, as much as we want to in a lot of ways. Maybe this is the best thing, you know. Maybe BeanZ is okay, and the thing is, like, it's like we're trying to match BeanZ up with another dog. It feels like a date ad, which, you know.
Yeah, which obviously we did that plug session, so we mentioned how we met Deborah Bowen, right?
Yeah.
And so it's like these date ads. In a way, we started comparing that to like trying to match BeanZ up with another dog. Like, we're trying to hook you up with, you know, maybe not all the same. It's not all the same thing, you know, but just a friend. And to us actually it's closer to that too. We ain't trying to get together with somebody to fuck them or nothing. It's just, could we have another companion? But even if we did, we'd probably have to drop the whole Jamie and Zon thing, because, I mean, how are we going to hang out with another person and have a relationship with one other person unless we, like, go back to just being one person ourselves? Right, Zon?
Yeah, right, Jamie.
Yeah. So the whole thing in the end here is maybe it's not going to work with Jamie and Zon, which is just this one freak. And aside, even forget Jamie and Zon, just if this guy goes back to just being one guy, one person, it may never work with him and another person. And maybe it's never going to work with BeanZ and another dog. So I guess that's our whole point of tonight. Took us how many minutes, over an hour to just describe that?
Right. And we're right at the end of this now. That's the end of it. That's all we can say. We got to end it now.
Yep, we're almost an hour and 20 in. It's 1:47, almost 1:48 a.m., Saturday, December 8, 2018. I am Jamie Ram Richardson, and we're here with BeanZ LovE Richardson, and you are?
Zon Mark Richardson, and good night.
Good night.